With the Seve Trophy finishing in France, we're remembering the spectacular match-play talents of the man himself. Severiano Ballesteros burst onto the international stage in the summer of 1976, when, as a 19-year-old, he finished in a share of second place at the Open Championship alongside Jack Nicklaus. He went on to win 5 major titles. But Seve was most celebrated for his mastery of match-play golf. He led Europe to 5 Ryder Cup wins as player and captain, and he won the World Matchplay Championship at Wentworth 4 times in 5 years, beating Sandy Lyle, Ben Crenshaw and Bernhard Langer twice in the final during an incredible run of success in the early 80s. We asked all 3 of his opponents for their memories of taking on the great man.
Playing against Seve, you know it's not going to be an easy match.
I don't think there was any more majestic player that I ever saw.
First of all, a fierce competitor. He kind of blossomed in match play. That was his deal.
Lyle's final against Seve came in 1982, and it was a titanic battle.
We played very quickly. If anything, we were told to even slow down at some stage because they couldn't keep the cameras ahead of us for the oncoming holes that we were going to play. So we were whizzing around, and I was down, most of the day, and made a comeback and ended up going into a playoff. That was a great finish. I only went 1 extra hole, and he made a massive big putt across puddles. Only Seve could do that through puddles, and he was in trouble off the tee shot, like we kind of normally get used to expecting by him. And I was in the middle of the fairway, and he ends up making the birdie from way on the left, and I end up missing my 15-foot putt to tie.
I always felt I could play well at Wentworth, and I have. I've won, a couple of PGA championships there, and did well in other tournaments, and did well at the match play. Just ran into one of the best match players that ever lived in the name of Seve, and he got the better of me both times. He would never give up, which neither did I, but he had tremendous short game, and he would hit it in the woods here and there or be in trouble, and you'd think, well, maybe I could win this hole, and all of a sudden he produces a great chip or makes a 30-footer or something, just amazing shot, and he'd be right there again, and you didn't win, you might even lose the hole, and that's just how it went on and on and on, and it just made it very difficult to beat him.
God, he could just play. When he got over the ball and put his hands on the club and he got over the ball, you could see what he was trying to do. He was one of those players that could telegraph what he was going to do really well. I mean, you knew just exactly what he was trying to do to the ball. We had a match that neither one of us were one hole up. It was just really good match all day. He hit one of the greatest shots I have ever seen on the 12th hole, par-5. And he lashed at it off the tee. He was trying to get there in 2, and he pulled it in the trees to the left. I went down there, everybody was sort of waiting to see what he was going to do, so he goes over there, and his ball was right next to a tree, and stymied. So all of a sudden he takes out a club and starts, he starts swinging behind him like this, a few paces like that, and my caddy, Bobby Millen, who's from Glasgow, we said, well, he's just going to just poke it out to the fairway. Well, his practice swings got bigger. He took this club, and he bashed the ball, and it came out and hooked up the fairway. And, I mean, the people that were on my side of the fairway, we were speechless, just speechless. We couldn't, our mouths were open. We could not believe that shot. So, I mean, he eventually beat me. Went up, but to watch him play that close, up close, 36 holes, is one of the really neat things that I ever did. But I admired him tremendously. I really did. Beautiful, beautiful player.